Hi, my name is P&JRothery. I work at Perry High School in Gilbert, Arizona, and the title of my presentation is Peanut Butter and Jelly, a Recipe for Success. And welcome to my kitchen. All right, one of my biggest challenges that I have with students, especially in the beginning of the year of an AP statistics class, is having them show complete work. Okay, whether it's a block design or having students write out a paragraph explaining their methodology, there are sometimes gaps where just details don't exist. And to help students know the value of details, I have them do an activity where they take out a sheet of paper and a pencil and write a recipe for making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich to someone who has never seen or eaten a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before. And that's why I use an example of Chewbacca, because I'm assuming he has never had one. Okay, I give students about 15 minutes to work on it, though I don't really give them a timeline. And some students will finish it in 30 seconds. That's this type of kid. And some will take a very sincere effort and finish it in 15 minutes. Okay. Then once I'm done, what I'll do is I'll take all the papers, I'll spend a couple days looking at the ones that are maybe a little bit more vague and ones that are very complete. Okay. And then one day in class, sometime later, I will bring a jar of peanut butter, I'll bring some jelly, I'll bring a loaf of bread, and a butter knife to class. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some students' set of directions underneath my overhead, and I'm going to follow it exactly. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure you can see. Okay. And whatever they write, I'm going to do those exact directions based off my interpretation. Okay. So I have all those ingredients. The first thing it says is obtain 2 pieces of bread from a loaf, separate them side up so they touch each other. Okay. No big deal. Right. Now it says spread a light amount of peanut butter evenly on both sides. Okay. So I have to get some peanut butter the way that I believe is right for someone who's never seen this before, and I'm going to spread it on both sides. Okay, now, I don't know if both sides means this side and this side over here, or maybe it actually means this side as well. I'll do both because I'm not sure. Okay, and that set of directions is done. The fourth piece says put a medium portion of raspberry jelly on one of the sides. Here's my raspberry jelly. Never seen it before. Hope it tastes good. Again, I'll take some out as it asks and put over one of the slices, okay, just as it says. Place back together so that each slice, okay, is lined up perfectly, okay, and it doesn't really say which way they should be lined up, so I will do that the way I believe is right, and I'll put it in front of me and I'll ask my students, is that the way that you expected your peanut butter sandwich, jelly sandwich to be made? And they'll say no, of course, and they'll have some laughs, but they get the idea that this set of directions, this recipe was lacking details, okay? Yes, maybe we should have used a knife. Yes, maybe we should have decided what a side is. Maybe a side is a face. Maybe it is the outside of a piece of bread, okay? We have to be a little bit more specific, okay? So then what I'll do is I will put up another one that is a little bit more complete, okay? And the first part is pretty much what we had before. The second piece, okay, says use the knife to spread the peanut butter on one piece of the bread. And that's great because we didn't have that last time, okay? So when I use my knife, okay, it's open to my interpretation in terms of what that means, okay? So since they didn't have specifics, I will use the butt end of the knife and I will spread it on my bread, okay? And then further it says, clean off the knife. And I get that because you don't want to take your peanut butter knife and stick it in the jelly. So we will clean this off. And I guess I'll just do it any way I want because it doesn't say how to do that. And it's now clean for me to use with my jelly. Okay, and I can go through and I can finish it. And at this point, students get the idea that details are imperative, okay? Whether it's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or during your AP exam, oh, 1 minute, or your research, okay? You have to include your details, okay? Otherwise it's not complete, and it's up to the, I'll say, the audience's mercy to decide what they believe is truthful if you have gaps, okay? So being complete is so important, okay? Again, there will be a student actually who does one perfect, okay? And I always put that underneath the overhead just to get that perfect explanation of how a recipe should be done. I usually don't make the sandwich just because it's just not as fun, okay? Again, students get it. And I'll say that after I do this activity, I don't have to fight kids as much in terms of writing paragraphs, in terms of making sure there's specific details, okay? Whether it's writing a simulation or if it's for inference, where we know there's a lot of parts of written work, they know what the expectations are in terms of being complete. Okay, here's my email address, a couple of them. Again, I work at Perry High School in Gilbert, Arizona. Feel free to contact me. I hope someone gives this a try because I would love to share a laugh with you, and let me know how it went. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. All right, hope to see you next year in Kansas City. We got peanut butter all over my fingers. I gotta shut this off, which I can't do.